Yeah, so today I'm going to show you how you can use these macros in Notepad++ to create very nice shortcuts that will be helpful for you in many times. So let's say there's a text that is hello, and let me put another text that is, let's say you're writing pi. I'm writing a couple of more. Let's say let me write here column. So these are a couple of sentences that I have. So let's say I want to create a shortcut that will change this hello into a bold font in the latex format, right? So what you have to do is you have to convert this hello into some bold font, right, in the latex format. So what I'm going to do is you're going to select this font and then press Ctrl H, right? So this window occurs. Now remember this one here, that is the small bracket, then question mark, small s, then bracket close, dot plus. So this is something that we use for changing some text here. So I have put that here, small bracket, question mark s, small bracket close, dot plus, and now I want to change it to bold font. So this is the syntax here. So what we do here is, you can see it carefully, I have already set it with the bold font symbol. So this $0 is something that is for the selection part. So we have to make $0, then this slash bf, this slash bf is coming twice slash. So let me just make it simple, like let me just show you first some example here. So let's say if I just put the $0, right, we have to select the regular expression and nothing else, right, and but make sure you select the selection. Let me just show you how this replace format works. So let's say if you select this hello, go to this window, this one is by default. If you have the $0 selected, if you click on the replace all, nothing will happen, right? So nothing will happen. You just select this font, you just select replace all, nothing will happen, right? Now with this $0, if I press a space and press a symbol 1, let's say, so what's going to happen is if you select this one and then you press replace all, there will be a 1 along with that, right? The same thing goes with the curly bracket. Let's say if I have a curly bracket here, and if I select this one, this first row, and in the selection if I place the replace button, you will see a curly bracket, right? It's simple, right? So what I want to do here is I want to put a bold font here, right? So I want to have some bracketing with the bold font. So let's say I select this one, right? So $0 is there, then with the $0 I'll have the bf command, and because of this bf command I have to place it twice actually, because if you place this slash bf, it will only give me the bf. So that's why I have to place any command that you want to place, you have to place it twice. So double dash double slash of this bf, and then there are two brackets, one is for the bf and one is the outer bracket. You can remove that also, you can remove the outer bracket also. Let's say we just have this bold font space bold font slash slash bf curly bracket $0 and then space and then this curly bracket. Let's say if it works, right? Yeah, so you get this bf hello and all that. Now one more thing you want to do is you want to put it in a math environment. Let's say if you want to put it in the math environment, so just put dollar and dollar. So now if I select this hello, let me just put the hello only here. So this is just a hello, and yeah, so I just select this hello, go to this one here and then press replace all. So now you have the bf in the hello format. So you got it, how you can change the you can replace the any font, right? Now we want to create a macro for that, right? So let's create a macro. So everything is being selected, so just select this font, press in selection. So now what we are going to create is we are going to create a math environment along with the bold font. This is what I'm going to do. So I'm not pressing the replace all button. Before that we start with the macro, and okay, so macro was already on, so I'm just going to stop the recording now. So now I'm going to start the macro again, it does not matter. So I'm going to start the recording of the macro. So now macro is being recorded. I have set the find the replace with is fine, so that's what I'm doing. I'm making a bold font with a math environment in selection and everything is set. I press the replace all button, so this bf is changed. Now at this moment I want to stop recording the macro, right? So my work is done. So I have recorded a macro. Now I want to use this macro for the future values. So what I do is I press the macro, I use save current recorded macro, right? I'll give it a name. So let's say I want to b font is something I want to name it, and you can give a shortcut also. Let's say I give it a shortcut of control shift and some number 9, right? Control shift and 9. So just save it with the b font. Now what happens is this macro is present with me. So this is b font, control shift and 9. Let's try if this works. So let me try word apple, and this apple I want to change it to this bold font and the math environment. I select this one and press Control Shift and 9, so you can see it changes to bold font, right? So this thing I can do that very nicely, right? So even this column I can change it, just select it, Control Shift and 9, it will change to bold font, right? So one more example, let's say what I want to do is I want to change this frac. Let's say I have this frac here, I want to change it to defrac in entire uh, notepad file. So I don't want to go to Control H here again, and I want to write this slash frac, and I want to write this slash defrag. I don't want to do this again and again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a macro here. I have put it everything, not selected the selection because I have not selected any font here. I have this dash frag, and I want to convert it to defrag in the entire file. So the wrap around is also selected, right? If you want to wrap around the entire document, you can deselect it if you don't want to go all around, right? But let's say I want to change this slash frag everywhere with the defrag. So just select this one, then you start recording the macro. I starting the macro recording is on. I just select this replace all button, I press this. Okay, so okay, let me just have it normal mode. Yeah, so I have to go with the normal mode. So this defrag is done. With that I press the stop recording. So let me do it again once more. So let's say I have a couple of defrags with me in this file. I have a couple of defrags, and what I want to do is you have to select the normal here for the defrag because you're not going with the syntax here. So match case wraparound is everything selected. Again I'm going to start recording, then you go with replace all, everything is changed. At this point you stop recording, then what you do is you go save current recorded macro with change frac, you can write it here, and let's say I want to change it with some Control Alt and F. Okay, F is a conflict here, so if you have the conflict then you cannot make it shortcut. Let's say Control Alt and 0, that's not a conflict. So Control Alt and 0 will change all the slash frac with the slash defrag, as simple as that. Save it, close it, right? So now let's say I have these many fracs here, and let's say I have another defrag also. So let's say I have a defrag also. So now what I do is I go to this macro, I can click on this change frag here, so it will change automatically everything to defrag. Now I can press Ctrl Z again. Now instead of going through this pathway, I can just click on I can just use the shortcut key, that is Control Shift and 0 that I select, Control Alt and 0 that I selected. So you can see it with just a button, Control Alt and 0, everything is changed to defrag. Now one more thing you can do is you can go to macro and you can modify these shortcuts, right? You can modify the shortcuts only, right? If you want to modify these shortcuts, you can go here, you can delete these macros if you want, and if you want to change the shortcuts, you can change the shortcut also, you can change the names also. So this you can do here, right? So that was about how you can use the simple macros in the Notepad++.